no Jedi.
Your powers are weak, old man.
Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Hello there.
General Kenobi! You don't know the power of the dark side.
You are so beautiful.
It's only because I'm so in love.
No, it's because I'm so in love with you.
So love has blinded you?
Well, that's not exactly what I meant.
But it's probably true.
Oh, that's pretty fun. Okay, welcome back to the Disciples of the Force podcast. Last week we were making fun of prequel dialogue, and so we thought we'd start off this episode with a little role play, a little foreplay. How do you say it?
It's role play.
It's foreplay.
Okay.
So there you go. That is from Revenge of the Sith. Come on, give me a compliment. What were you gonna say?
I say you did that way better than I was giggling. I couldn't I couldn't do it.
Dude, we'll have to practice. We'll do a full on. Why don't we just do a remake of Revenge of the Sith? We do have a copy of Anakin's betrayal on Mustafar that we've recreated.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe we'll have to post that to the YouTube channel at some point.
Yeah, I'll put that on
Why
the
don't we?
YouTube.
I've got it on my personal YouTube.
Yeah, put it
I'll
on ours.
just put it over.
We'll put it on our TikTok as well.
It'll be great.
Saves me
so,
editing.
So yeah, welcome back everybody. I'm Austin Hyatt. This is Spencer Silva. We are your hosts. No Star Wars news this week, I don't think, that I saw.
I didn't see anything.
You can go see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny if you want to see a 2-star movie starring Harrison Ford. Did you go see it?
No, I heard it's garbage.
Yeah, I hated it. A lot of people I talked to liked it. They were okay with it. I think it's just
Is it better than
a
the
hollow.
Crystal Skull one? Skull.
Personally, I don't think so. But Crystal Skull has a lot of nostalgia for me because that's like right before it came out, right after I got into Indiana Jones movies. I think maybe like a few years after. So yeah, go see that if you want to see Harrison Ford. Secret Invasion has Emilia Clarke, Kira, and whatever his name is, who plays Krennic. So you can go watch that, also on Disney Plus. So yeah, that's the only news that's kind of Star Wars related is some people in other stuff.
Yeah,
but
still holding out for the Ahsoka series. We'll see when that comes out. I sent you that TikTok about the guy that wanted to make a Star Wars movie and he wanted to make it rated R, and they said no, and so he's coming out with his own. Did you see that at all?
I did. That guy is named Zack Snyder. Do you know who that is?
Yes. Here's the thing. I know that guy is a huge director. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. We finally have I don't know if it was trailer for or just set photos. I saw multiple things about it. But that's kind of, he approached Disney. He wanted to make something for them. They said no. And so he's doing his own type of thing, which if the reports are to be believed about his pitch to Disney about an R-rated gritty story on the other side of the galaxy that didn't include any of the Skywalker story. Holy, I'm having a stroke. Skywalker story characters. Sign me up. I want that. I don't really like Zack Snyder. I know there's a lot of diehard Snyder fans, but
he did the DC movie, right? What the heck is that? What is their thing when they're all together? What's it called?
Justice. Well, so he did Man of Steel. He did Justice League. Well, he got most of the way through. They brought in Avengers director Joss Whedon to finish the movie. Released it. Horrible. And then Warner Brothers let him release a cut of his own, which people really liked. I didn't really like it that much. It's 4 hours long.
Yeah, I heard it's super long. I never watched it.
Yeah, not worth the watch for me.
That's the thing is the only DC movies I've ever watched are Batman movies. I never got into anything else. Should though, but it won't.
Well, you don't need to. I mean, the reboot's coming up from James Gunn, so. Anyway, they're not good. I don't like them.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot Anyways, that's for a different
Yeah,
podcast.
that's for a
Get
different
that out of here.
podcast.
That's
Film
not Star
Fixation.
Wars.
Go tune in over there. All right.
Yeah. So no, I do want to watch that movie. I'm excited. I mean, I know it's not going to be Star Wars official, but probably might catch my eye if it's got some good saber light, or what are they called? Because they look more like swords, right?
Yeah, from what I could tell. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they look like too. Anyways, so yeah, pretty sick.
Another Star Wars adjacent thing that's coming out later this year is called The Creator. It is being directed by Gareth Edwards, who is the director for Rogue One. And it's also like a sci-fi thing starring John David Washington, who I think is just a terrible actor. So I probably won't enjoy it, but the trailer looks pretty cool. So
yeah. Here you go. Some not Star Wars content, but if you like the vibe of Star Wars, check them out.
yeah.
Also, let us know in the comments below how good we did on our intro, our scene. I think we killed it, personally.
Yeah.
Anyways, so to get started, I didn't even really talk to you about what you wanted to do today. We kind of just jumped in. I was just too excited about the scene.
That's okay. I think it's more organic that way. Yeah. We're going a little raw.
Just going raw. We're just raw dogging this thing.
Sure.
I was gonna say, you keep talking for a second. I'm looking for something.
Well, while Spencer's looking for something, I kind of want to talk about. I'm excited for Ahsoka. I'm a little worried, but I'm like anxiously awaiting it. How long out did we say it is? Or I guess
last time it was like 52 days. So I could type it in. How long until Ahsoka?
August 23rd, 2023.
Okay, so how long until August 23rd? 48 days.
I guess that's not that bad. It's like what? 6 podcast episodes?
Yeah.
Until it comes out. So yeah, if you're a consistent follower, you've probably noticed that the past few weeks have been a little different. There's not as much content to talk about. So that's how it will be for the next 6 weeks, probably. So if you have any ideas, feel free to send them. We might be doing another giveaway here soon. I don't know.
That wasn't funny. My face that I just made.
Oh, I was like, okay.
No, yeah, we definitely are. I was looking at something.
No, but as the summer winds down, we might be a little busy. I know I'm going on a trip next week. I'm going on a trip with Spencer, my good co-host, and our friends.
We're going to do a Disciple of the Force building exercise.
That'll be awesome. A little retreat.
It's actually just going to be a makeout sesh.
Yeah, in the tent. Our friends Forrest and Gavin are going with us. Then the next week, I'm going on a trip with my friends Joss and Randy and Kenzie and Kaylee.
Where are you guys going?
We're going to Island Park. So we'll be gone all week. So we might need to get tricky with the recording that week. And then I'm going to Mexico again in a couple weeks. So the next few weeks, just for another cruise.
With your family or friends? This is
with my family.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I can only go on so many. What?
That would have ended our friendship if you would have said it was with friends.
Well, I'm going with other friends this next week for a whole week, and that's gonna be so fun. And then I'm going with my favorite group of friends to Grand Teton National Park in the beginning of August. So that'll be great.
That's crazy. Who's that? Is that freaking Kaysen?
Well, not just Kaysen. It's Kaysen.
Bamboozled again.
What are you typing?
Right, so,
I can only talk about my trips for so long on the Star Wars podcast. There's nothing else to talk about alone.
So I'm pulling together this list of the 13 saddest deaths in Star Wars.
Okay.
And I didn't know if you wanted to read through them or if I wanted to give us time to rank ours out of this list, but there are some that I do want to talk about. So do you want to just look at it, or what would you like to do, friend?
Yeah, just surprise me. Flash me.
Flash you? If we were recording this on YouTube, I'd flash you. So here, let's do. So these are the 13th saddest. 13th. That was a terrible way to say that. 13 saddest deaths in Star Wars. This is by slashfilm. We've done some of them. These guys did the plot holes, but sometimes their rankings are whack because it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I kind of peeped through this list, and there's a couple that I think we should talk about. So I was thinking about the saddest deaths in Star Wars. Before we begin, actually, let's just take a quick stop. If you think the saddest death in Star Wars, who do you think? What's like your mind go to? Like, oh, that's a sad death.
Saddest death. Oh, it's that one Ewok. That Ewok couple.
That is actually super sad.
Yeah. No.
That one. I know you probably don't, but it's sad when he goes up to him and he touches him. He's like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
dude.
it is.
That actually it's not the saddest, but it's a sad moment. You're like, poor little guy.
I would have to say Han Solo, Leia,
Yeah.
or Admiral Akbar. Because Admiral Akbar is like so unceremonious. It's so annoying.
So I think for me it would be, I think Qui-Gon's was always sat with me because of like the way that Obi-Wan screams. No, you're like, oh, dude, that's like his like. I mean, when you look at Star Wars, when it's Padawan and Master, it's like father son. You know, like that's just
that's a great point.
But when I first thought of Han Solo, I dismissed it. But now looking back, I'm like, that is super. Like the scene in my head going through, like, you know, he's coming by and his own son kills him. And it's just like so unexpected. Like when I saw it,
yeah,
like,
dude.
Oh my gosh.
I remember sitting in the theater being like, what? Like they can't. He's got to come back. They got to heal him or something. And you know, just because it had been so long since he was in a Star Wars movie, I was like, they're not going to throw him out after the first one.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they did. I mean, that's a great little
makes for
twist.
Amazing twist.
Yeah.
And gives Harrison Ford what he wanted, you know.
Yeah, exactly. The whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Jabba's death. I don't really like Jabba's death. That was sad.
When he gets choked out?
Yeah. Well, you know, the reason it's sad is because I'm jealous. I wish that was me. You know what I mean?
You are a freak. You are a freak.
Yeah. We need more stuff to talk about because honestly, I just kind of sexualize Star Wars when there's not much to talk about.
People who've like been listening to us from the beginning, like, oh, these guys talk about the episodes and Easter eggs they like, things we don't think about. Oh, this is fun. And now it's just
just degraded into. Okay, let's go through the list. That being said,
okay. So also, like I said, this isn't a really reliable list because if you listen to our what was that one called that we did a while back? Plot holes. There were some plot holes that weren't plot holes, and we're like, this is stupid. So I don't know if I can really trust this from slashfilm, but we're gonna go for it. So the 13th of all of them. That's what I wanted to ask you. Is Leia Organa. Like, to me, Leia Organa, that's a top 5 for sure.
I guess it's not that sad because it's like the end of her life and like everything's achieved, but it's sad when you understand the context of like she's dead at this point in real life.
Really dead, you know?
Like that's sad for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like Family Guy gave her a better send-off.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah, so it is a sad one. The next is Clone 99. So, you know, this is a
dude, if we're talking animated.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a whole new top 5. Yeah.
Well, who would you add?
Well, Kanan, of course, and like 5s. That's sad.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot Kanan. Yeah, Kanan's that's a contender for 2 or 1.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Who else in animation? I mean, yeah, maybe that's it. And 99 is really sad, of course.
Yeah. Clone 99 was a G. So I got to give them credit. If they're throwing in Clone 99, then maybe they're actual Star Wars fans. That's a deep cut. Not really. It's not a deep cut, but it's not a casual fan cut.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, this isn't confirmed.
Dude. Yeah, that's true. I hope it's. I mean, we've talked about this on the episode.
We've talked about this. We hope Tech's dead, but I totally forgot Tech died or allegedly.
I did too. Dead. We've been doing this podcast for kind of a long time now because that's not even like in my memory that. Yeah. But we were doing the podcast when he died. That's crazy.
Yeah, we definitely were. Yeah, so sad. So far I'm okay.
Yeah, that one did not hit me. This Quill in The Mandalorian.
Yeah. I mean, like, Because he dies when he's rushing with Grogu to the ship, right? And the clone troopers get him. Stormtroopers.
Let's see. Scroll down a little bit.
Sorry, I just got to correct that. It's not clones. I'm sorry before I get attacked. No, that was
Stormtroopers?
Yeah, it's stormtroopers. I said clones.
Yeah.
Scroll down, you said?
Yeah, I just want to see. But, dude, I remember it being a thing, either on TikTok or Instagram, like people crying about how he was dead. But I didn't really care for that character, Quill.
Yeah, I think Quill was one of those characters that was like, it was a perfect way to send him off. Like, he wouldn't have been, a recurring one would have been like, you know. I think it was good to kill him because it gave you something to be kind of sad about, but not too sad. And it's also like, he's not a recurring character that you need. So
yeah,
I respect the decision. Kanan, I think 9 is super low, personally. I think he should be higher.
It's hard to say with the rest of the list, but yeah, that's a high one for me, for sure.
Yeah. Because, like, when that happened, the emotional, like, there's part of me, I was actually genuinely sad. I was like, no way they just killed Kanan. And I, like, which I love because when you kill a character like that, that's so important, it's such a good, like, story. It's such a good, like, not really a twist, but just like, wow, that's good, you know?
Yeah.
So. Han Solo's 8, which I don't know.
I mean, that feels right for me. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of need to see who's at the top above. Paige Tico. I don't even know who the hell Paige Tico is.
Han spends his last seconds holding his son's face as if to say, "Still worth it."
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah. I don't know who the hell is this.
Oh my gosh! What a stupid scene! So this is Rose's sister, right?
Oh.
And they're on the bombing run.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be dramatic and like, oh, it's just cringe, dude. I hate that scene. And then I don't know. It doesn't really play into anything. Like Rose is supposed to be motivated by it. Does it do anything for her or take anything away from her except makes her sad and she wants more adventure? Let's see. She lived on screen for less than 5 minutes, yet her loss is no less devastating because director Rian Johnson's screenplay chooses to emphasize her smallness. Bro, I just hate people who act like Rian Johnson is some movie genius. You seen any of his other movies? He's not that great. Like Knives Out is okay. Glass Onion also sucks. Anyway, Rian Johnson's an idiot and writes stupid stuff, and this is no different. Paige Tico. We didn't even know her name. That should emphasize how not sad it was.
Well, also, to the point of 7? You're putting Han Solo
above Han Solo
and
Kanan Jarrus. Way to go, way.
Dude.
That's crazy.
But maybe it's one of those things that they're doing to get people to click it and talk about it.
It's just they're hate farming.
Well, the other thing is, like, I mean, maybe she's got a point when they say the short amount of time spent with her underscores the tragedy of other anonymous rebels who gave up their life for freedom. Which, I mean, that maybe if you're saying like she's like the emblem of all the anonymous, you know, rebels who died. But even then, that isn't a 7 spot. You know what I mean? Like, no. I mean, I don't know, silly. Okay, you got 5s, number 6 5s. That's a good choice. 5s is a sad one.
What about okay, sorry. Just back to that last point, all the rebels who died.
Yeah.
We have like real attachments to, and now I don't know his name, so I'm gonna sound like an idiot saying I have a real attachment to him. But Porkers? What's Porker?
Porker.
Yeah, what's his name?
From
Porkins. Jack Tono Porkins. He dies, and that's saddy.
What? Who is that?
He's in the originals. He's
like
this kind of fat pilot.
The bigger guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess fat guy if you want to be rude.
Well, whoa, okay. This has his mass listed as 110 kilograms. Let me do a quick little bit of math. That's about 230 pounds, I would say. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think so. Yeah. He's a big guy. Let me show you. Let me share my... Oh, we can't both share our screens at the same time, I don't think. Anyway, look up Jack Porkins. I was going to buy a t-shirt with him on it because I thought it was funny. But he died, and that's like a nameless... Obviously not nameless. None of them are, but... Anyway, sorry.
Well, I mean, that's a name you knew before you knew the other girl.
Yep, I already forgot it. Pico. Paige Tico.
Did you just say Pico?
I said Pico, my bad. Pico
It's
de
okay.
Gallo.
She's not Latino, so it's fine.
Yeah, that would have come off
If-
as racist.
if-
And if it did,
if-
it's not supposed to. I'm sorry.
Austin's one of the least racist people I know.
Yeah, least most.
Least
Whatever
yeah,
oxymoron you want.
Rogue One. That seems like that's crazy. You're just gonna put all of them in there.
Dumb.
You're just gonna lump sum them all.
That being said, I mean, those are all sad deaths, and they're all meaningful, and they all serve a better purpose. So it's awesome. I think that's a great number 5 spot for any of them.
Yeah, I guess if you're saying you can put any of those people in that spot, then yes. But to me, I thought she was just being lazy. Wait, I gotta make sure I'm not being sexist. Who actually made this list? It is Caroline Chow or Cow. Okay, yes. Well, I don't know how they identify him, so I'm gonna actually just not say that. Anyways, next one, Maul.
That is
I
kind
don't
of
think
sad.
it's that sad. I like Maul a lot. I think he's awesome, but to say number 4 and that it's sad,
Mm-hmm.
you
It's
know.
really meaningful, like the way
Yes.
that Obi-Wan holds him, and like in the end, Maul is kind of like, tell me, is he the chosen one? Like they're almost kindred spirits in a way, in that they're both just a part of the will of the Force, and they both accept that. So I like that scene, and I think that makes it sad that it's so
Yeah.
meaningful.
Oh, I've never realized this photo right here of him holding Darth Maul is pretty similar to him holding Qui-Gon.
Whoa, big
Look at
boy.
this. Let me stop this. And then let me share this. This is really cancerous. Jeez. Can they make it easier for me? What the one I'm doing? Keep that one in your head. Keep that thing in your mind.
Okay.
See it?
Okay. Yeah.
And then Obi-Wan holding.
Wait, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there.
Where?
Right under the search.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot.
Oh, and then also down to the left, there's Qui-Gon and Satine, and look at those
Oh,
parallels, huh?
That's a good parallel. That's totally I've never noticed. Okay. All right. Hey,
Beautiful.
you got my respect. Okay, let me jump back over here. What am I doing? Oh, this. Okay. Anyways, yeah. I'm with you that that's an impactful death, but I don't think it's a sad death.
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker, Return of the Jedi. I think it's very emotional.
Yeah, I don't know. That hits me every time, even still. When I just saw the re-release in theaters, I was like, damn.
Yeah,
Like, you're still
I think,
thinking about what could have been, and I think that's a really sad death.
I think. I mean, in the context of all of Star Wars that we have right now, it's a number 1 sad death of like watching Anakin grow, fall, and be redeemed again.
Yeah.
I wonder how hard it hit back then with the original trilogy. I'd be curious to see what people's thoughts of how sad that was then, because it's like, oh, he's your dad, but is it like, because now watching it with everything, that's a sad.
Yeah.
So,
And it was just like a really weird random face at the time.
Yeah.
And he had eyebrows. Like that picture that they're using is the retouched, I think. I think in the original he has those big black bushy eyebrows.
Yes.
So you're like, there's just this random old dude. This is what we're supposed to like feel for.
What am I doing?
Just type in Darth Vader eyebrows.
Dude, it didn't work. Here we go. Here's the side by side. Share this. Oh, I could just click that before. You see it?
Yes, now I see it. Yeah, could you imagine that getting whipped out? And he's like got a lot more color in his face.
Yeah.
You'd be like, who is this guy? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So, by the way, if you're ever sharing your screen, you could just, when you click on any tab, you can just do share this one instead. I'm an idiot.
Oh,
It's that
cool.
easy.
Cool.
All right. Luke Skywalker, The Last Jedi. just watched this one the other day, and it was
Really?
sad because you love Luke.
Wait, you just watched this the other day?
Can I re-say what I said? Because I did say those words, but that's not what I meant to say.
Okay, let's hear what you meant to say.
It's quite worse. I was playing Lego Star Wars, and I watched the scene the other day.
That's funny. Wait, is this your first playthrough?
I've never finished Lego Star Wars, dude. I
What?
bought it when it first. I pre-ordered it, and I have not yet finished it because I was so busy with school.
Wow.
But now when I go on trips with Ellie, I make her drive and I play.
That's insane.
To be fair, I don't make her drive. She likes to drive. That was a joke. Please don't cancel me.
Sure, yeah.
Actually, it's the opposite of sexist. She wants to drive.
Yeah, you're a
Anyways.
Power Ranger.
What were we gonna say about Luke Skywalker?
Well, first I was going to say, have you watched any movies since 10 Things I Hate About You?
No, I actually haven't. I really haven't.
Okay.
I haven't watched any movie. I've just been my sweet wife. She is actually the hottest thing ever. Loves to watch American Dad, so we just watch American Dad.
No way.
Yeah, she loves it.
Jeez.
It's awesome.
You're living the life, man.
Yeah.
Grace actually
that's
likes every clip of American Dad I show her, but she would never just sit there and watch it with me.
crazy. She like sometimes some of it's a little much for her, which is funny because I'm like, it's not that bad. But like, yeah, last night we were going to bed and she was like, "Can we watch an episode of American Dad?" I said, "Oh, that is the
Wow.
best thing you said." Yep, let's turn it on.
Jeez, is she single?
My wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take her.
Great. Excellent.
And
I just want to see when your last. This is more of a movie thing now. June 25th is when you watched your last movie. Okay, apparently.
It is. I haven't watched another movie since then.
I've watched 9 movies since then.
Yeah, but you have a podcast where you have to watch the new movies.
That's true. I'm just saying, I get on every day, and I'm hoping, I'm praying, there's going to be a new movie logged by Spencer B. Silva. Spencer W. Silva.
No!
I was like,
We're gonna
Bill.
have a whole profile of me.
Yeah, for real. And I'm hoping you'll log something, and then you just don't. So I need you to watch a movie sometime. Hey,
I know.
you still have that projector I bought you?
Yeah, man.
You should bring that to the camp out, and we could project it on something, watch a movie.
I'll bring it. Yeah,
Just a thought.
It's actually in this nice little backpack.
Oh, money. Okay, perfect.
I'll bring it if we can figure out a sheet situation because you have your battery pack thing, right?
Got my battery pack thing. We'll figure it out. We'll cover the logistics.
No, I think I want people to hear about our camping trip and what we're doing. Just kidding.
Could we project it on a car?
We could actually. Might be a little bad. All right.
Yeah, let's just find a sheet. Oh, we'll find a sheet to just run over the car. Anyway.
Okay. The saddest death is Marva. Is her name right? If it's
Marva.
Yeah. That is a sad death, and it's you know what, that one you could say could be the most influential. Not out of all of them, but if you think about what it's leading to right now, right? This is what's made Cassian kind of like, oh, Cassian, he ain't about it. You know, kind of joining the rebellion, and maybe like it's getting like the people are like shifting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think right now her death is showing the rebellion getting bigger and people being done with it. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, go back to what we were saying about the nameless rebel that dies all the time. Like, she is a representation of that. Like, the normal person fighting back against the Empire. That's awesome.
yeah,
I think that's great.
I think it's a great number. I think it's a good number one pick. I'm not mad at that. I am mad about her freaking, what is it, 7? This one.
Tico. Paige Tico.
But
She's kind of bad, though.
I was gonna say
From that picture, my goodness.
She's cute. She's cutie. But what I was gonna say is, with all these deaths that happen, what would you, if you would, now that we started with our list, now at the end of reading these, what would you put your top 3 from this list? I mean, you can add whoever you want if you wanted to, but just to make it easier. because I'll go while you're thinking. So
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
thinking, if you're saying the saddest death, like most impactful to me, Qui-Gon is always going to have that most impactful. But if I'm thinking saddest death in terms of the Star Wars universe, I'm gonna say Anakin Skywalker, because that's a super sad death. You're like, oh my goodness, it's coming down. It's like so emotional.
Yeah.
I also think, for me personally, Kanan, that's a really sad death. I'd probably put that 2, honestly, personally, for me. And then 3, I'd put Qui-Gon.
Okay.
But emotional feelings, I'd probably swap Qui-Gon with Anakin, because that bummed me out when I was a kid. It still bums me out. But I think I get more sad watching the end of Return of the Jedi than I do Phantom Menace, but it still bummed me out regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. I'd probably put I like the Rogue One. If you could group that all in there. I still like Han Solo's death. I think that's really sad, just for how impactful it was for me. I didn't see any of these other films in theaters, I just remember being there and being like, oh my, what?
Yeah.
And I guess the first time I saw Return of the Jedi, that was really impactful on me. It was sad to see Darth Vader die. So yeah, let's say Darth Vader, Han Solo, and Rogue One crew tied with Kanan, because I feel like that Rogue One's a cop out. But yeah, that's my lista.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Bubba.
I did see there was this who would you save on BuzzFeed if you want to go down another little rabbit hole. It'd be quick. It's like 8 or 7.
Let's do it. Yeah, why not?
I mean, I know they're not the funnest to listen to, but they're fun for us. So shut up.
Yeah.
All right. So if you had to choose to save one person, it would be either Luke Skywalker or Han Solo. Who would you save?
Luke.
Okay. I think that's a fair, Whoa, that's pretty close.
Well, that is close. I wonder why people would say, because here's why I say Luke.
Let's hear it.
He saves the galaxy, restores order to the Force. I guess if you don't save him, there's Leia, and the Force would balance itself out anyway. But what does Han Solo offer, really? Other than
just being sexy?
Yeah, I mean, he's hot as hell. Is this a sex one? If this is a sex one, I'd save him for sure.
No, it's not that. Quit making it
okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, then Luke.
Yeah. I mean, Luke is whiny in the first movie, so maybe that's why people would rather see Han Solo.
Speaking of Han Solo being sexy, dude, in that new Indiana Jones movie, there's this shirtless scene of an 80-year-old Harrison Ford.
Is he looking good?
He's looking good.
He's keeping it up.
Apparently, he bikes something crazy, 30, 40 miles a day. Wow. He's 80 years old.
He's going to outlive
still hot.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he only has to really outlive Mark Hamill, so.
That's true.
All right. So I agree. I would save Luke. If it's okay. So yeah, let's take this as the Star Wars universe. You got to save one of them. So would you save Anakin Skywalker before Darth Vader? I don't know why they put little Annie. It's a weird photo to put.
Yeah, that is weird.
Darth Vader.
So you're saving them from death or what?
Yeah, you're saving them from death. It's either you kill one or you save one. Right? Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, one's like saving Jesus and one's like saving Hitler. If you're comparing Anakin and Darth Vader. So save Hitler. Yeah, I mean, look at all the bad Christianity's done. No, save Anakin Skywalker. I'd say.
I'd agree.
Do you disagree, Space Hitler lover?
Now, if it was, that's what 68% of people say. Now, if it was little Annie or Darth Vader, I would save Darth Vader.
Yeah, if this was who's more fun to hang out with, I'm saving Darth Vader.
Yeah. All right, what about Leia and Padme?
Oh, sorry, Leia. You gotta go.
I agree.
Padme.
Oh, there's some boomers on here, dude. She's choosing Leia.
Yeah, honestly, after that scene we just did, imagine being married to Padme. That kind of conversation every day. Yeah. I wouldn't dig that.
So you're blinded by love?
No, bit.
All right, who would you save, Kenobi or Qui-Gon? I would save Qui-Gon.
Yeah, Qui-Gon for sure. Because Kenobi's death is what?
77%. These have to be boomers taking these
Dude,
quizzes, 'cause-
yeah, either we don't understand what this quiz is asking, or here's my in-universe explanation.
Give it.
Kenobi gives himself up to catalyze Luke's conversion to the Jedi Order, well, to becoming a Jedi. So, like, he has to die. He's supposed to die. It's good that he dies. Qui-Gon, he dies and eventually leads to Darth Vader. If he doesn't die, the Jedi rule for forever, pretty much, or to an extent. So, yeah, save Qui-Gon in universe.
It's true, because Qui-Gon, I mean, we talked about it before, Anakin wouldn't be down that path. He would show Anakin, like, the right way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Anakin didn't get accepted into the council, I feel like Qui-Gon would be like, no, dude, listen. And he would probably calm him down and be like, it's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, I'm with you. That's crazy. Chewie or Yoda? I'm going to save Yodi, Bob. What are you saving?
Yeah, Yoda. Let's say Yoda.
Wow, we must not be good.
What?
46% of people said Yoda. We stupid. But now, the next one is like, how are these two even close to the same?
Yeah.
Palpatine or Lando?
Whoever did this must have been a racist. So, like, the most evil guy in the galaxy or a black guy? Which one are you going to let that?
Well,
oh, no, you go ahead.
I know you.
I'm saving Lando.
Yeah, I'm saving Lando too. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
well, that was a stupid question anyway. Like,
yeah, at least there's a consensus. 89% would save Lando. 11 would save Palpatine.
Racist.
For our listeners.
77 people are racist. Okay.
Wait. Okay. So sorry. The introduction to this quiz, is it saying, like, who would you rather cut out of the movie?
All it says is I'm going to give you 2 Star Wars characters, but you can only save one.
Yeah, I'm taking that as, like, saving from death in universe.
Yeah, because it says I would always choose Padme. Her death was so sad. So maybe, yeah, saving them from their death. Because I guess all these people technically all died, huh? No,
yeah.
Chewie's still alive. So no, that doesn't apply.
Yeah, that's true.
And Lando, he doesn't die. Right, he doesn't die. So no. I don't know. I don't know what this is asking, honestly.
Okay, well, let's just keep assuming it's death, but I really have some questions for these other voters.
All right, yeah, R2-D2 or C-3PO?
R2, man. I'm saving R2.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
R2.
Well, overwhelming. 84% for R2, 16 for C-3PO.
Okay, this next one doesn't make any sense. Cassian or Darth Maul? Like, how are those the same caliber of a person?
Yeah, again, it's that racism creeping back. Our Mexican little favorite boy, Diego Luna. They don't want him in Star Wars. Yeah, 69-31 for Cassian.
Yeah. All right. What about Jin and Rey?
See, now this one is comparable. I think.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm Team Jin. Wait. Actually, no. I like Jin's death. It's satisfying.
Yeah, I agree.
Save Rey. But it's not going to be save Rey. Oh, it is.
52% Rey, 48% Jin.
Interesting.
Oof.
Wow. Okay, who made this freaking quiz? This is dumb. Finally, who would you rather save, Queen Amidala or Taylor Swift? A little too close.
That is a little too close. 66% of people said Queen Amidala, 34% said T Swift. Look, if you're a Swiftie, that's fine. If you're in the Star Wars realm of things, it's insane.
No, it's not. It's not fine if you're a Swiftie.
Oh, he's just mad because his wife's a Swiftie.
Yeah, a big one. And she spent like $500 to go see her again this weekend in concert.
She's going again?
She's going again. Well, not this weekend, next weekend. She saw her in Arizona. She's going to go see her in Colorado. It's insane.
Look, just a side note. I've seen some concert footage. It's actually Star Wars related. You see the one with the guy who's...
Yeah, the Legos.
He brought his Lego Star Wars and he's playing with them at the concert.
Dude, Oh, sorry. Finish your thought, and then I wanted to
Well,
tell you
when
something.
when she's paying $500, is she in the nosebleeds or is she on the ground?
So for the first one, she was pretty close.
Okay.
Like they were like from the videos, they looked really close. For this one, she's a little higher up, but she's like, "It's worth it. It was like the best night of my life, better than our wedding night. F you, die. I want a divorce." That's what she said.
Dude,
So
that's crazy.
yeah,
She said that.
crazy, insane. But no, yeah, so crazy. I saw that video before you sent it to me, but I didn't send it to you because I had already sent like 2 Taylor Swift things to you and Zach earlier that day. And so I was getting a ton on my algorithm, and I was like, I can't send another Taylor Swift video or else it's going to be locked in.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point. Got to save the algorithm.
But that was really funny.
That is super funny. That's crazy, dude. She's better than your wedding night, dude. She must hate you.
Yeah, well, I think she does. Certainly think so, but that's all right.
Yeah, well, it comes around, dude. Next week is the week you will not be able to film or record.
So yeah, we might need to just have a sit-in for me. Might have to have Forrest on or something. We've talked about that every time we've almost not had an episode, and we've never had Forrest on. So
it'll be easier to bring Forrest on since I'm down here with him. I can force him.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're gonna have to record like 10 feet away like 50 feet away because he's so loud. Such a loud guy.
Why don't you just do it in different rooms?
Because I need his energy. Just kidding. Yeah. Well, I think these episodes, like we said, that are going to be a little shorter because we just don't have a lot to go off of. We're using our brains, our creativity. At one point, though, I do really want to do the downfall of Anakin Skywalker, the events that led him that way. What you thought was the most influential? There's a nice little YouTube synopsis we could watch and talk about what we think is the most impactful for him to turn. So that's probably coming up. I don't want to do that with Forrest, although I love him. I'd rather do that with you because that sounds more fun. So,
yeah, so that sounds good. So not next week, but the week after we'll do that. And going forward, we should put a little bit more planning into this because the past few weeks we've kind of just sprung it on. So initially, the reason we wanted to start this podcast is because we would text each other like lore questions and kind of like hash it out and talk about, either like fan fiction on our part, or we would study lore and, talk about how cool it is. So going forward, we'll have to do a little bit more study of that, pick a topic in advance, and then deep dive into it. So we'll do that. I
agree. We're sorry to our listeners from the beginning. I know you're out there, you're strong, but we're going to do better next time. We used to say we just spin the wheel, but some of the wheel topics that I have, like we have a bunch of topics. It's just more of we need to plan out what we're going to say about it, so we have a little bit more in depth. So, and we can also go back and watch movies and really deep dive into them. So, I think that's something we can do. We can do better for you guys, okay? We're sorry.
Great. That'll be great.
All right. Well,
thank you for being a disciple of the Force.